Some people don't even realize it, but they're built differently. Not louder, not stronger, not more confident, just quietly unstoppable. They may get tired, they may break down, they may overthink everything at 3 a.m., but quitting? That's never in their plan. And psychology has a lot to say about people like this. One thing you'll notice about people who don't give up is that their strength rarely looks dramatic. They're not the wake up at 5 a.m. Let's conquer the universe type. Their strength looks like getting out of bed, even when life feels heavy. It looks like trying again even after the 12th failure. It looks like saying, fine, one more try, even when everything inside them wants to stop. Psychology calls this grit, a mix of resilience, passion, and stubborn hope. But the interesting part is that this grit usually comes from experiences, not genetics. People who don't give up have been through enough to know one thing. Nobody is coming to save me, so I'll save myself. A lot of them learned persistence the hard way. Maybe life wasn't easy. Maybe they had to figure things out alone. Maybe people doubted them. Or maybe they've failed so many times that giving up just feels useless now. It's like their brain became comfortable with discomfort. Another powerful psychological trait they carry is something called delayed gratification. These are the people who can survive long periods of uncertainty because they're addicted to the possibility that it might work tomorrow. They don't chase instant success. They chase improvement. They aren't obsessed with speed. They're obsessed with direction. And let's be honest, these people struggle too. They get frustrated. They question their worth. They compare themselves with others. Sometimes they even lie on their bed, staring at the ceiling, thinking, what if I'm just wasting my time? But the difference is, even after these breakdowns, they still get up. Sometimes angry, sometimes tired, sometimes crying bud. There's also a softer side to their psychology, something most people don't notice. People who don't give up often care deeply. They're emotional. They're sensitive. And that sensitivity becomes their strength. Because when they want something, they want it with their whole heart. That intensity pushes them forward, even when the world tells them to stop. Psychology also says they usually carry a strong internal locus of control, which basically means they genuinely believe their actions matter. Even when things don't go their way, they tell themselves, okay, maybe not today, but eventually. That belief alone makes them do what others avoid. They don't wait for luck. They build it. Another interesting thing, people who don't give up often work in silence. They don't announce their moves. They don't show their struggles. They don't ask for applause. They just quietly push, learning, improving, adjusting, failing, restarting, until one day they reach a point where others say, wow, that was fast. But it wasn't fast. It was just invisible. And yes, humor time. These people have a special superpower. They can be completely hopeless at 2 p.m. and fully motivated at 11 p.m. Like absolutely zero consistency in mood, but 100% consistency in effort. At the core of their psychology is one simple truth. They know the pain of giving up is worse than the pain of trying again. So if you're someone who keeps pushing, even when the world makes it difficult, congratulations. That's not weakness. That's mental strength. Most people break when things get hard, but people like you bend, adapt, learn, grow, and keep moving anyway. Before you think you're too emotional, or too stubborn, or too slow, remember this. Persistence is not about being perfect. It's about being committed. And the fact that you're still trying, still fighting, still hoping, already says everything about the kind of person you are. And if this feels like it describes you, then yeah, psychology just exposed your entire personality. Before you think you're too emotional, or too stubborn, or too slow? Remember this: persistence is not about being perfect. It's about being committed. And the fact that you're still trying, still fighting, still hoping, already says everything about the kind of person you are. And if this feels like it describes you, then yeah, psychology just exposed your entire personality.
If you enjoyed this little brain adventure, hit subscribe before your memory forgets. Join the family.